Welcome to episode 26 of Motivating Mondays, a weekly podcast and YouTube series dedicated to help Canadian job developers and other employer engagement professionals develop the tools, resources, expertise, and network to excel in achieving sustainable employment outcomes for their clients or students. My name is Christian St. Cyr, National Director of the Canadian Job Development Network, and today we're talking about organizations that help job developers achieve excellence in employer engagement. Each week, we talk about the practices, perspectives, and pursuits that make for greater and more lasting employment outcomes. But it takes great career development organizations to support this work. It takes leaders. This past summer, I had the pleasure of working with dozens of career development organizations, coast to coast, to organize the National Networking Day for Job Developers, which took place just this past Friday, September 19th, and I thought it was a tremendous success. Back in June, we raised the idea of job developers, employer engagement professionals, and co-op educators getting together to talk about what each organization is doing, opportunities for collaboration, best practices, notable employers, with the plans to carry on this discussion and work further to raise the profile of job development and inclusive employment in the community. We feel this discussion and collaboration will raise the profile of job development supports in the community and encourage employers to think more broadly about inclusive employment and the benefits of hiring individuals with challenges in obtaining employment. Fundamentally, I don't believe that job developers and career development organizations are natural competitors. They may be competing for the same contracts or funding or even for the same clients. But when it comes to the attention of employers, a coordinated message results in greater employment outcomes for everyone. You see, government contracts and clients or students are a finite resource. But at present, inclusive employment represents such a small percentage of the employment pie that working with employers as a team to discuss the benefits of diverting from traditional recruitment practices can result in 2 or 3 or even 4 times the current number of employment outcomes that agencies are achieving. With this message, some of our most prominent career development organizations came forward to say, yes, we agree, this sort of conversation needs to occur in our community too. Based simply on the benefit of greater communication, career development organizations came together to host sessions in 16 different communities. They agreed to take on the additional cost of renting space and providing refreshments and dedicate the staffing resources necessary to carry this event forward. In fact, I want to give a big shout out to the organizations for their tireless effort and their commitment to dedicated to this event. Now, this event wouldn't have gotten off the drawing board if it wasn't for the support of organizations like AKG Canada, the Eastern Ontario Training Board, Employ Next, Georgian College, the Immigrant Services Society of BC, Keys in Kingston, Milieu Family Services, HMC Connections, Mosaic Society, NWT Career Services, Pignata in Prince George, Serco Canada, Spark Employment Services, the Career Foundation, WCG Services, and Youth Services Bureau in Ottawa. In fact, I have to say, it wasn't just our community partners who saw value in this sort of leadership in job development. Nearly every career development professional association we approached responded quickly to say they thought this sort of event was fantastic, it was a great opportunity, and was very much within their mandate. For our in-person and online sessions, we attracted participants from every province and territory in Canada, thanks to the support of affiliate sponsors like Aspect BC, CDP Ontario, the Canadian Association for Supported Employment, the Career Development Association of Alberta, SARIC, First Work, the Manitoba Association for Career Development, the Nova Scotia Career Development Association, the Provincial Employment Roundtable in Quebec, the Saskatchewan Career Development Association, and the Western Canada Career Development Association. These are all organizations that recognize that greater collaboration in career development, and certainly in the career development sector, generally leads to awareness of the work we do and thereby supports their members and other stakeholders. In organizing this year's event, we were able to attract more than 600 job developers and other employer engagement professionals to our in-person and online sessions. And while I'm so thankful to our community and affiliate sponsors, I also want to recognize that 185 career development organizations chose to send at least one representative to these sessions. Based on the median salary of a career professional, these organizations collectively made a $134,000 commitment in wages to having their staff participate in this event. What we're talking about here is how organizations prioritize that step further to build awareness in the community. While 185 organizations saw value in this past Friday's event, I'm certain there were dozens, if not hundreds of other organizations that, even though the event was free to attend, decided, no, I don't think we'll participate. We have our own job development strategy and we're pursuing it, and I'm not sure if I see value in attending something like this. Now, I totally respect their choice in adopting this position, but I do believe that success in job development takes leadership. It takes leadership in a person's organization. It takes leadership among employers, in the employment services community, among funders, within the nonprofit sector, among educators, and in the community at large. Success in job development and employer engagement does not occur in a vacuum. In a multitude of conversations I've had with career development organizations over the years, what I've heard time and time again is that there should be public advocacy for job development. Too often, employers don't even know we exist. They have a skewed understanding of what we do, and they're resistant, if not suspicious, of job development supports. While government-supported employment programming in Canada is worth $2.5 billion annually, placement and search and temp services are worth $24 billion in Canada. Fee-payer employment support services are being funded by Canadian employers themselves and are promoted extensively through research and advocacy done by organizations like Robert Half Canada and Express Employment Professionals. Not a week goes by that we don't have new research and insights from one of these organizations that are filling the feeds of mainstream news, blogs, podcasts, and social media. And while I don't dispute the quality of their research, they promote traditional recruitment methods that call for bypassing unemployed individuals entirely and recruiting away the top talent from employers' competitors for a fee. I think we need to have this sort of advocacy for career development organizations and job development supports. For this reason, the Canadian Job Development Network is forming Leaders in Job Development, a group of career development organizations who will step forward as proponents of the benefits of job development supports and inclusive employment. Just like Robert Half and Express Employment Professionals, we're planning to do multiple announcements each month that will look at new research or data and draw this information back to the valuable work being done by leading career development organizations. In taking this on, we're putting together a group of leading career development organizations where we can direct media outlets, influencers, bloggers, podcasters, and employers and employer groups to connect with. With each new press release, we will be reaching out to an initial cohort of 4,000 media outlets in Canada. As we expand our membership of leaders, we will be growing and tailoring this to local media outlets and influencers in the communities our leading organizations are situated in. In gathering our leaders in job development, we are ensuring that career development organizations are bringing an employer-informed focus, ongoing client-student support, and responsive communication to their promotion of inclusive employment. Our goal is to create a database of leaders in job development that can be accessed by local, regional, provincial, territorial, and national employers with contacts in really every community in Canada. Organizing this does come at a cost, but considering this sort of public relations typically costs thousands of dollars, we want to make this as affordable to all career development organizations as possible. We're going to charge organizations we onboard as leaders in job development just $49.95 per month, with discounts for those who commit to quarterly or annual memberships. As we're launching this right now, every organization that commits to a charter membership by October 14th will benefit from a perpetual 25% discount on their membership and will be noted as charter members in all documentation. Membership as a leader in job development isn't just a great way of utilizing your marketing dollars in an affordable manner and creating new employer relationships. It demonstrates subject matter expertise and an ability to adapt to a changing labor market. This will also be a great demonstration to your funders and other stakeholders about your commitment to excellence in job development. Now, rest assured, leaders in job development in no way will affect the supports currently available through the Canadian Job Development Network. Membership for professionals is going to continue to be free, as will the weekly Motivating Monday sessions and the YouTube videos and the podcast sessions. And while we hope to do a National Networking Day for job developers in person in every province and territory next year, attending those sessions will also be free. I've worked in this sector for 25 years, and frankly, I am tired of people disrespecting the tremendous supports and services we provide. And this ranges from clients who don't want to participate because the service is free, or at least they perceive it to be free, to employers who believe that hiring someone with challenges to finding employment are lesser than the candidates that they can hire on their own. Routinely, employers hire candidates who will ghost them, skip shifts, leave for marginally better paying jobs, and put in little effort and commitment because they know there's another job waiting out there for them somewhere else. Employers never know the value of the clients or students that we provide until they've hired them, and I think it's high time that we shout this from the rooftops and shout about the value of inclusive hiring. I hope your organization will join me in this exciting new chapter in the public advocacy of job development supports. If you would like more information, go to jobdevelopment.org/leaders or send me an email, cstcyr@labormarketsolutions.ca. By the way, the 35% discount on the annual Labour Market Year in Review workshops taking place respectively in British Columbia and Ontario ends this Thursday, September 25th. Remember to get your seats reserved by September 25th. This is the largest discount rate you're going to see for these workshops, and typically we get close to 500 participants in all 4 sessions. In BC, the in-person workshop will take place in Vancouver on November 28th, with the online session on December 1st. In Ontario, the in-person session is taking place in Toronto on December 5th, with the online session taking place December 8th. To learn more about the British Columbia session, go to labormarketonline.com/LMI workshop. And for more information on Ontario, go to ontariolabormarketonline.org/LMI workshop. Also, we're just wrapping up our National Job Development Survey, which we've been doing in combination with the National Networking Day for Job Developers. We're going to share this with all members of the Canadian Job Development Network, but we would love to have your input too. Just go to www.jobdevelopment.org and click on the red Survey tab. We're closing this survey this Friday, September 26th at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Please share with us your thoughts and your input. Thank you so much for joining us today. Please click on the like or subscribe button in your platform. Search for us for Motivating Mondays wherever you download podcasts. We'd also love it if you could subscribe to or rate or review our YouTube channel and or rate or review this podcast. Now, we do these sessions live and for free every Monday morning on Microsoft Teams with job developers from across Canada, and it would be so great if you could join us. Just go to jobdevelopment.org to learn more. If you have any questions, send me an email, info@jobdevelopment.org. Thank you so much for taking the time, and have an amazing week.